Is it audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Is it audible? Somebody respond?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. See here, today I'm going to discuss about one more important topic, storage of hydrogen. See, I told you we are going to have it only three topics left over. So among all these things, yesterday's session, I discussed about the production of hydrogen. That was one of the important topic. And after that, today we are going to discuss about the storage of hydrogens. And one more topic is left over, fuel cells. Of course, if possible, I'm going to discuss the hydrogen storage as well as the fuel cells, both the things today itself. Okay, so let us see now. In the last sessions, we have discussed about the hydrogen storage. Let me see about the hydrogen storage because the electrolysis reforming process is one method we used, and methane reforming method is the second method what we used for the production of hydrogens. Now, why I'm discussing this particular things is this is going to be very much similar to that of your fuel cells. The other topic what we are going to discuss today, right? The electrolysis reforming process. That is one method. And the second method is steam methane reforming methodologies, where we are going to use it some chemical reactions. And now for the enhancing of the speed of the chemical reactions, we are going to have it three methods. The first one is increasing of temperature. The second one is a pressure, and the third one is in presence of a catalyst. So these are the three particular things we are going to have it normally. So when we are observing it, these particular things, we are going to see the higher amount of temperatures. We are going to use it for enhancing the speed of the reactions. Next, as well as the pressure is also going to be increased, because we know very well about the Charles law, where we are going to see pressure and temperature both are proportional to each other. So this way, we are going to have it the pressure increasing as well as the temperature. Both the things is going to be increased. And of course, for further increasing, we are going to use it nickel material as a catalyst, where we are going to have it the methane that is going to react with the water content, where we are going to have it the carbon dioxide as and H2 is going to be the final product. So this is the methodologies what we are going to use it for the production of hydrogens. Now, whereas if we are observing it carefully, so we are going to have it some major applications of these particular hydrogens. Especially today newspaper also you are going to see. So the buses tenders is there in Andhra Pradesh. Government has taken to purchase a new buses which is going to be operated by battery operated. What we can call it as a fuel cells. It is going to be operated by the fuel cells, what we call electrical buses. Now, in some other way, we are going to have it hydrogen operated vehicles also there. Now, when we are going to see hydrogen operated vehicles, now the first and foremost things is we need to fill the tank, fuel tank with hydrogen content. Just like whatever you are going to fill it for your bike, for your car, with the help of the petrol for running of your vehicles. The same methodologies here also we need to provide a separate tank which is used for filling of this hydrogen gas as a fuel. Now, when we need to fill it, we need to manufacture, we need to prepare the infra for that. So whenever we need to prepare the infra, what major things we need to take care. So the first and foremost things is whenever you need very well, you know very well, when we are purchasing an automobile, when we are purchasing a car, we are going to see the first and foremost things is a mileage. How much mileage your car is going to get, that was the first primary condition what we are going to check it. Not only for a car, where if you are purchasing a bike, you're purchasing any bus, lorry, whatever, name anything, any automobile, whenever you are going to purchase, you always check it mileage content. Now, how we are going to have the mileage, good mileage? One, maybe we are going to have it many number of factors which affects the mileage. Maybe the type of fuel what we are going to use it, type of the driver, how he's going to operate it. So different phenomena, different things are there for providing the mileage. Now, whereas if I'm observing it carefully, one of the major important parameter is the weight. If more weight is there, naturally I'm not going to get good amount of mileage. So, among all the cars, if you are observing it, one of the weight increasing thing is a fuel tank. If I have a bigger fuel tank, you can see this, you are going to have it less amount of mileage. You can have it, some bikes are going to have some bikes. Let us take an example of some bike. Some bikes, maybe it can take it 20, 15 liters of petrol. Some bikes, they are going to have it only 5 liters of petrol, not more than that. That depends on the weight. If we are having more amount of petrol, the tank weight is going to increase, just naturally the this is going to cause the less amount of mileage. So what we need to take it, see in the automobile sector, whenever we are going to see, so the infra, whatever the tank, whatever we are going to see, so this tank should be in light in weight. That was the first one. Second one, compact in size. I don't want to go for increasing the bigger sizes, especially if you are observing it carefully. Maruti Wagoner, one of the biggest example what I can give you for regarding these particular things, where it runs with the CNG gas. Maruti Wagoner, if you are saying, it runs with the petrol as well as the CNG gas. Now, if you are going to look at the back of that, back of your car for boot space, for keeping luggage and everything, it is completely filled. I'll say 50% of that boot space has been filled with a only tank. So where it is going to, as the Wagoner is going to run with the two variants, one, it runs with the petrol as well as it has to run with the fuel, the gaseous part also. It needs two tanks. That's why you can see the tanks itself is going to occupy more space, where you are not going to have it. A bigger amount of space will be there for keeping your luggage. That was the major impact for the Maruti Wagoners. The similar thing, if you're having a bigger size of your tank, so it itself is going to occupy more space for you. So I should not do that. So whenever you are going to see the automobile, whenever you want to use the hydrogen content inside, so the tank, whatever you are going to prepare, should be in compact in size. It should be in less in weight. And one more additional advantage with the hydrogen content, additional fuel, rapid fueling part, right? Now, when we are observing it carefully, all these parameters, whatever I'm showing you now, so if you are just considering the same parameters for hydrogen content, whether it is hydrogen content is following the same thing or not, let us cross check it. So the first one, hydrogen content. Hydrogen is always going to be light in weight rather than all the gases that is present in the periodic table. That's why what we can see, hydrogen is going to have it atomic number 1. Nothing but it's going to be the lightest element in the periodic table. So the gas, whatever we are going to use, it is also going to be the lightest part. But I'm saying lightest part. So the total gas, after filling the gas also, the tank will be in light in weight. When I'm saying that light in weight, I don't want to have it a bigger size tank. The tank size can also be reduced. Another one, it is going to say that as the density or weight of this particular hydrogen fuel is lesser, as it is lesser, you can see this, the faster amount of refueling is going to be possible now. Whenever you are going for a petrol bunk or gas stations, whenever they started keeping the gun, petrol gun, or the gaseous gun, it moves faster into your tanks. That was an additional advantage what we have, right? So it is going to create good mileage. So these are the basic advantages what we have. Because of these particular things only, we normally prefer to use it hydrogen content in our automobiles, right? Now, important questions. Now, hydrogen, as I know that this is in the form of a gaseous state. Now, important question, it's a highly flammable content. That was one of the biggest problem. If it leaks, it is going to say that there is a lot of chance of a bigger amount of blast. So nothing but we need to take too much care about this. That's why, as you are getting the CNG gases vehicles, now we are not getting hydrogen vehicles rather than just like your normal autos. When I'm talking about CNG gases, you are having the cars, you are going to run your autos, and each and everything runs with your gas. No issues. Whereas if you want to run the same thing with hydrogen content, you are going to have the big problem here of your total problem with the hydrogen. Though it is good, 99% of advantages are there, but only 1% of difficulties are also there now with that. So we need to take care. But maybe you are not using this in the automobile sector, but you are going to have it a very lot number of merits, lot number of applications in the industries. Now, important things, whenever maybe you are producing the hydrogen, good, but you need to transport the hydrogen now from one place to another place. Now, how we are going to do this? Nothing but you need to store the hydrogen in any one of the farm, and that can be transported from one place to another place. That is the things what you need to consider it all. Now, let us go for seeing what are the different methods of storing of the hydrogen content here. You can store the hydrogen in three different variants. One, you can store it in the gaseous form. As it is, whatever it is there, you can store it in high pressure tanks, that it can be done. Second one, it can be converted into the liquid form. It can be converted into liquid form, and that it can be stored. That's the second methodology. It's nothing but the hydrogen, we are going to convert that into liquid form for storing. But in both the cases, either you take it gaseous state or whether you take it liquid stage, you need a bigger tanks. You need bigger tanks. Of course, when I'm comparing with a gaseous form, liquid content is going to have special advantages. But of course, we'll discuss it later. But important question, for both the cases, you need separate tanks. But whereas you can do the same storing of hydrogen in the form of solid part also. Nothing but you can store it, the hydrogen content, in the three variants: one solid, liquid, and gaseous part. Let us go for discussing what is the three methods what we have. See, the first one, gaseous part. When just I have discussed about the automobile sector, how we are going to be use this hydrogen content into that. Especially this hydrogen content is going to have it more advantageous because of light in weight, low capacities, rapid fueling, low infra, each, and because of all these special advantages, we are going to use it hydrogen content that can be stored straight away into the tanks, and that the same thing it can be used for running of your automobiles. Nothing but what I need to see, I need to compress it first. I need to compress it first. So the first thing's compression, when I'm going for a compression, because I need to have it, when I'm compressing it, all the things it can be stored in a compact size. A smaller size tank is sufficient for filling of my hydrogen if the pressure is small. Just like your gaseous cylinders, where we are going to see now. So whenever you are going to open your gas cylinder in your houses, so this high pressure gas is going to come out because it is compressed and that is kept inside your cylinder. When I'm opening it, because of the pressure difference, it is coming out. Now, in the similar fashion, whenever you need to use the same thing in automobile part or in any industrial sectors, you need to see it is going to have higher amount of pressures. You can see maximum, you can say 99% up to 99%, it can be compressed. But you can see that why can't it be 1% extra? 100%, why can't it be done? Instead of moving to 350, why can't it be moved to 360, where you can see 100% compression is possible? Now, when you are going for increasing the pressure to a specific limit, after the specific limit, we are going to have it a negative effect. Suppose if you see that 350 bar up to that, if you use it, it can be do that compressed. Now, if I'm going for increasing 350 to 360, now for increasing the pressure, I need to incur more amount of energies now. Nothing but it, which is not economically feasible for you. Not economically feasible. Right? Another important thing is, so you can find one important thing. There is always chance of reaction of this hydrogen with the material what you are making with your for your tank. Let us consider your fuel tank. You are preparing with aluminum material, because aluminum material is going to be the light material. Just now I told you, for getting good amount of mileage, I don't want to have it bigger amount of weights. The fuel tank also should be prepared with a light material only. When I'm comparing the light material, aluminum is one of the light material. Now, for storing of these particular things in automobile sector, they are going to prepare with aluminum material. But there is always one particular problem for hydrogen storage in aluminum made containers or tanks. What's the basic problem is, it is going to react with the hydrogen. It is going to react with aluminum materials. So what to do now? We need to prepare the things in such a way that it should not react with aluminum material. Two important things. One, for running of for good amount of mileage, I need the tank is to be made with a light material like aluminum. Whereas at the same time, the gas, whenever I'm filling it, I don't want to make the hydrogen should be react with the aluminum materials. So what we need to be coated in complete coating part. It is to be done. Complete coating is to be done. What you call protective layer. When I'm doing the complete coating, it won't react. The aluminum material and hydrogen, it won't react during the storage part. So then it can be used in our automobile, and you can take some precautionary measurements for running of your for storing of the gaseous hydrogen content. Now let me go for seeing another important things is another important things. You can say liquid storage. Liquid storage. What is this liquid storage? When I'm talking about the liquid storage content, I'm going to find just like your gaseous form. When I'm comparing with the gas and liquid, liquid is going to consisting of high energy content always. High energy content, because when I'm compressing it, what I'm doing, I'm going to convert the gaseous form into liquid, completely converting that gaseous form into the liquid content. Just like if you are observing it carefully, in your houses, you are going to have the gas cylinders. When you are taking the full cylinder, if you observe it, that is there in the liquid form. That's why if you can see this, more amount of weight will be there. Nothing but what we are doing, we are going to compress it to a very high pressures with a, and that is going to be stored in a lower temperatures. Nothing but we are converting that into the liquid forms. Now for your gas cylinders also. Now when I'm just purchasing or taking a new cylinder from the gas delivery boy, if I'm taking, it's going to be too weight, because the gas is in the liquid form. Now, when we are connecting this to gas stove, when we are just switching on our regulator, automatically what is happening? We are going to decrease the pressure now. Nothing but we are going to open it, expand it. Because of your expansion, so liquid is converting that into the gaseous form and it is going to come out. Liquid is converting it to the gaseous form and it is going to come out. Right? So this is the basic things what we are going to identify it here, please. Now, when we are observing it carefully here also in the liquid content, we are doing the same thing. We are going to convert the gaseous hydrogen content into the liquid content and we are going to keep it inside our cylinders. Right? So what additional things we need? Importantly, just now I told you one important thing, because we are going for increasing the pressure and do that. At the same time, we are going for reducing the temperature, because at that particular minus 253 degrees centigrade temperature itself, it is going to convert vapor stage into the liquid form. But now, when I'm talking about the atmospheric temperature, there is always temperature difference. The atmospheric temperature to the liquid form of the hydrogen, minus 253 where, and you can see the 30 degrees centigrade temperature atmosphere. There is always temperature difference between these two things. Now, there is always this, when I'm keeping my cylinder outside the environment, you can always expect there is always temperature transfer now. Heat transfer from atmosphere to this. It may be a conduction process, it may be a convection, or it may be radiation. Any one of the method, the heat will always be transferred from your atmosphere to your tank. Now what happens? When the temperature is increasing gradually, liquid is start converting into the vapor content. Within the short amount of time, it's going to take, volume is going to increase and it's going to burst it. It will burst. That was the problem what we are going to face it all. Now what to do now? So we need to take care. Certain amount of insulating coating is to be done. Insulating coating. What is this insulating coating? Insulating coating, the cylinder is completely coated with insulating materials. Insulating material, that's going to be coated with the insulating material. What exactly this insulated material will do? So it is not going to allow the heat to flow from outside to the cylinder now, because we are going to have a big problem. If the heat is transferred from outside to in, the gas is going to evaporate, converts liquid into vapor content, and it goes out. That was the problem what we are going to face it all. Right? So because of these particular things, what we are doing now, so we are going to completely coat it with the insulating materials, so that no question of heat will be transferred from outside to the in. So when it is completely sealed, what you call sealed by the insulating materials, so we always see that as the no heat is flowing in, so we are going to be safe, and there will not be any temperature, or there will not be anything to transfer here, anything to be converted from liquid to the vapor content. That was an additional advantage what we have. Especially that's why we'll see, because of its special characteristics, high energy contents we have, and we are going to have it light in weight, and it can be converted into liquid form at minus 253 degrees centigrade. We have lot number of advantages we have. Because of this will be more useful in the space travel especially. So you can have it now. Space travel. Why hydrogen will be used in space travel? The basic reason one, this can be easily converted into liquid form. That's one advantage for using space travel. When I'm converting gas into the liquid with the same size of tank, yeah, I can keep more amount of fuel in. I can keep it more amount of fuel. The second one, it is light in weight, so I can compress it more. So more fuel I can keep it in my rocket cylinder. Another advantage, it is light in weight. So when rocket is moving up, I don't want to have it bigger weights. If bigger weights are there, rocket cannot move up. Or else what I need to incur more amount of energy for moving my rocket to move to the sky. That was a basic problem what we are going to have. So especially for a space travel, light weight fuel is to be used to keep in my tanks. That is possible with hydrogen content. That's why you are going to have it lot number of applications of hydrogen in the space travel especially, right? This is another method where we are going to find the liquid content. Now, liquid hydrogen can be stored. So gaseous we discussed, liquid content we discussed. Now we are going to see the another important things is metal hydrates. What is this metal hydrates? I don't want to see in some of the cases, either if I consider the gaseous form or whether I consider the liquid form, I need a bigger tanks to store the things now. But when I'm talking about a bigger tanks, storing, transporting will be difficult for me now. And it occupies more space also. Tanks. What I need now, I don't want to do that. In this particular solid materials, you are going to have it a special principle which will be used for this part. See now, when we are observing it naturally, certain amount of material is going to have it high ability towards absorption of your high ability towards absorptions of your hydrogen into the metal. If I'm considering a graphene material, if I'm keeping graphene material nearer to hydrogen, whatever the hydrogen leaks, everything will be absorbed by this graphene material here. Right? This is an special advantages what we have with the graphite materials or carbon fiber materials also there, so which is going to absorb the hydrogen. Now these particular solids which are going to absorb is called metal hydrates. Is called metal hydrates, right? So when I'm talking about this is having an additional facility place. These metal hydrates, what these metal hydrates will do you know this? So whenever you started heating it, so it is going to liberate the hydrogen whatever it was absorbed previously. Nothing but when I want to transport the hydrogen content from one place to another place, what I can do now, hydrogen gas can be liberated and it can be stored in the graphene materials or carbon fiber materials. As it is a solid, it is going to occupy less amount of space, compact in size. I don't need any tanks or anything. So straight away, it can be transported in a boxes. Whenever we go to a specific company where we received and whenever we need hydrogen for the purpose, just start heating it. When you start heating it, automatically, whatever the hydrogen which was absorbed by this graphene is going to liberate it because of high temperatures. So this hydrogen can be used straight away now. That was the additional advantage what we have with the solid materials. That's why I'll see solid material, hydrogen can be stored either in the gaseous form, liquid form, or solid form place. So these are the three methods what we normally prefer to use it for storing of the materials, storing of this high particular hydrogen content. Right? Okay, this is the way how we are going to produce the hydrogen as well as the storage the hydrogen part. That's why many questions are going to appear one from the hydrogen content. Please, I repeat the things. Please consider one question you always expect from the external examinations from the hydrogen content. One of the important things when I'm talking about hydrogen, two questions are there. One is a hydrogen storage. Second one is hydrogen productions. I'll repeat, the hydrogen production can be done in two methods. One is electrolysis process. Second one is steam methane reforming process. Right? So these are the two methods what we are going to use it for the productions of, for the production of that. And after the production, you are going to have it certain amount of merits, demerits. This is also one of the important things. merits, demerits, and applications. Please remember this point, please. So you are going to have it important questions from the hydrogen production, hydrogen storage, hydrogen merits, demerits, and applications. Please remember these questions, please. Many number of times this question is appearing. Now today I discussed about the hydrogen production methodology. Yesterday's session I discussed. Today I discussed about the storage part. The storage, we are doing it in three different methods. The first method is the gaseous form, it can be stored. The second method, we are going to do it in the form of a liquid content. And the third method, we are going to do this in the form of solid materials. Okay, this way we normally prefer to use it, the hydrogen content production and storage part. Now, the last topic which was left over for me is the fuel cells that I'll discuss in the next sessions, please. Okay, when I'm taking about the next sessions part, see, we are going to get our next class on Friday. I told you we are going to have it the objective test on Friday. Friday morning we are going to have it. We are going to meet it at 10:10, the second hour. So when we are meeting the 10:10, just I'll tell you the process or something else for 2 minutes. Then you can exit, and after that we are going to discuss about straight away the test. Right. So that was a one what we can consider Friday sessions, and Friday afternoon 2 o'clock exactly mid 2 will takes place. So 2 to 2:30 it will be open, and morning sessions 10 to I think 10 to 10:20 to 10:50 it opens. Right, 10:20 to 10:50, 30 minutes it opens, and now this afternoon session 2 to 2:30 it opens. Right, please all of you prepare well. The question, the bid bank and everything I already supplied, and we are going to write the exam in the Google form. Okay, so in the next Friday sessions we are going to have the test. I think no need to go for joining on Friday sessions. Straight away you please come from 10:20. So I'll repeat, 10:20 please మీరందరూ కూడా 10:20కి స్ట్రైట్ అవే ఎగ్జామ్కి రండి. సో 10:20కి లింక్ ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది, మీరు 10:20 నుంచి ఓపెన్ చేయండి, అండ్ 10:50కి ఇది క్లోజ్ అవుతుంది. రైట్, దిస్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి డన్. And after this we are going to have it one more, is the second one, afternoon session 2 o'clock, 2 to 2:30 it opens. So 2 minutes జరుగుతాయి. మీరు అన్ని కూడా ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసుకోండి. చెక్ చేసుకొని మీరు ప్లీజ్ కమ్ విత్ ప్రాపర్ ప్రిపరేషన్స్. ఎవరైనా మీరు ఎగ్జామ్ రాయలేదు ఇట్లాంటివన్నీ కూడా ఆన్సర్స్ చేయొద్దండి. ప్లీజ్ ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ యూ, బీ ఇన్ గుడ్ నెట్వర్క్ అండ్ do it properly for this particular test. Right, so I think you people might have already written the assignments, right? So the people, whoever is written the assignments, please send your screenshots of your things. Of course, I think, have you written it, everybody? Please answer it. Have you people written it, assignments?
Yes, sir.
Okay, మీరు అసైన్మెంట్స్ రాసుంటే ఇట్స్ నైస్. సో ఫ్రమ్ July 1st onwards college is opening for physical classes. Most probably July 1st onwards it will be open. When you are coming, please come with your assignment books. Right, so all of you people submit your assignment books from July 1st. So most probably you can expect from July, mentally be ready, from July 1st onwards the college will reopen for physical classes. ఓకే, సో మీరు అందుకని కాస్త ప్రిపేర్ అయ్యి ఉండండి. చెక్ చేసుకోండి, అందరూ చెక్ చేసుకొని ఒకసారి మీరు అప్పటికల్లా రాసి ఉండండి. అందరూ అప్పటికి సబ్మిట్ చేసేయాలి, వచ్చిన వెంటనే సబ్మిట్ చేయండి, ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ. రైట్, if anybody is having any doubts, please raise it. Anything you want to get in clarification from me?
Yes, sir. In Unit 5, you gave one question, sir. What is the geothermal energy? Explain its extraction process, sir.
Right.
In explain its extraction process, what we have to write, sir?
Extraction process is nothing but working.
Okay, sir.
Extraction process means working. The different methodology of question I have given it, but it deals with the working only.
Okay,
Any
sir.
other question, please? Any other clarification you need? ఓకే లెట్ us మీట్ ఆన్ ఫ్రైడే సో డైరెక్ట్గా మీరు 10:20కి లింక్ ఓపెన్ చేసుకోండి యూ కెన్ కమ్ స్ట్రైట్ అవే ఫర్ ది క్లాస్ 10:20కి ఓపెన్ చేసి ఎగ్జామ్ రాసేయండి ఇట్ విల్ కంప్లీట్ బై 10:50 ఓకే రైట్ థ్యాంక్స్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ జస్ట్ ఐమ్